just finishing off a banana. I'm trying to settle my stomach after really feeling super anxious this morning. I couldn't shake it, not even for a couple of hours. I'm trying to think back, like, what have I done in the last 24, 48 hours that is different to the week before or to the day before that? I don't know. I'm just feeling anxious, and I did change a couple of things, and I think what it is I let myself like sort of break some of my routines where I haven't been sticking to ticking off the list. And that's not entirely true. Let me say that again. I've allowed other things to come onto my to-do list that need to be really prioritized and be further down the list than as high as I've put them. So I'm putting a lot of stress and strain on my to-do list, and I think that's contributing to this feeling that I'm getting. But I actually think my anxiety is coming from something that I introduced into my diet in the last 48 hours. And I knew that took a long time to sort of extrapolate that information from my brain, but I thought about what I introduced. I just went shopping the other day and spent $250 on shopping because that was my budget, and I've got to make that last 3 weeks. So part of that budget is about spending $100 a week, and I spent $250. So hopefully I can save a little bit of money by buying in bulk and make it stretch in 3 weeks. But one of the things that I bought that's different, that's something I wouldn't buy normally, was this coconut chocolate ice cream. And I was clearly having a weak moment, and I typically spend about 2 hours in the shopping center in the grocery store, and you know, I look through all the labels, I'm checking the labels, I'm finding out what are the ingredients that are inside the food that I'm buying, and I'm typically not buying a hell of a lot of packaged stuff, except for maybe you know, frozen vegetables. You know, for a lot of $250, got to make a lot of stuff work, and most of it's, you know, frozen slow cooked meals. But anyhow, I'm off topic. This is the only thing that's different in the last 48 hours that I've introduced. Its main ingredients, I'm not sure if this is going to read very well. It's probably going to read backwards, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to write it for you. Read it right. Cream, skim milk, water, sugar, milk, water, sugar, glucose syrup, sweetened condensed milk. And they're the top 5, 10 ingredients is basically around milk and sugar. So I haven't been drinking or eating milk or sugar in a traditional packaged form for a while, and I think that's where my anxiety is coming from. I just don't feel great. I feel off. And what I'm going to do to offset my anxiety is I'm going to speak to people. I'm just going to try and connect with friends and family, tell them how I feel, you know, ask them how they are, and I'm also going to address some of my own to-do lists to make me feel a bit better. So one of them is this pile of all my clothes, and I'm just gonna slowly just sit down and go through the list and go, okay, do I need this? Do I want it? Do I need it? Do I want it? And I'm gonna start chipping away at it and see if it makes me feel any better. So let's test this theory. And see if it actually helps me feel less anxious. Yep.